Hey guys, welcome back to Handmade by Alicia. So today you are joining me in the making of a very ambitious soap, and this is a little bit of a longer video, but I hope you'll stay tuned for the whole thing. There's lots of stuff going on in this one. So this is the soap that I'm making today. It is inspired by a beloved book series. It's one of my favorites. Let me know in the comments if you can guess which one. So I have the body of the soap has this mountain and 3 stars, and on the top I have some soap dough with a little bat wing and some scales. So today I will first take you through the making of the bat wing, then we'll do the scales, and then the body of the soap. So lots of stuff going on. Check the description box down below. I'll have a couple of links to some other videos for some of the techniques that I used today. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate all my subscribers, and I love bringing you guys along on my little soapy adventures. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy. I thought I would show how to make these little bat wings. I saw a girl making earrings out of polymer clay, and I thought, well, I can do that with soap dough. So I have my black soap dough here. And I will leave a link for her video down below.
Surprise husband appearance.
Surprise husband appearance. I will leave a link for her video down below because her name eludes me right now. But you're going to need some black soap dough. And she does hers a little bit different. She uses black and gray. But I wanted to do just black wings. And then I have a clay extruder that I got off Amazon. It was relatively inexpensive. And I just have this, these little small holes, and I extruded a bunch of little strings, little tiny strings of black soap dough, and you'll see what those are for in a second. And then I also have a small circle cutter. It's just small. And I'm using any knife would work, but I have a polymer clay knife that's flexible. Doesn't have to be. A regular kitchen knife would probably work just fine. And then something sharp, like a toothpick or a skewer or the tip of some tweezers even. This is my weeder from my Cricut. So I'm going to be using that to make the little, where it looks like it's been shredded almost. The little scores in it. So the way that you're going to do this, so one circle will make 2 wings. So I like to do them kind of 2 at a time, 1 circle at a time, 2 wings at a time. So you'll cut that in half and then flip them on top of each other. And then so that they'll be even, so they'll look like wings from the same person. And then you're going to cut off a little bit from the top, kind of off to the side, and then this is scrap. So I have like a little pile of scrap over here that I keep kneading every now and then to keep it from drying out. So once you have that, you'll separate the 2 so they look like angry eyebrows. And then, let me zoom in. Sorry, my camera's really shaky. So then you'll take your circle cutter, and starting from the inside, you're going to make about halfway cut. And then the next one, you'll go a little bit smaller, and then the next one a little bit smaller, if that makes any sense. So I'll go about halfway, then a little smaller, and then a little smaller. And you'll do that for each one. If you don't have a clay extruder, just roll out little pieces with your scrap. Just roll out little strings. So then I have a cup of distilled water over here,
and a paintbrush. Any paintbrush will do. And then you'll just wet your paintbrush, and then I'm going to just paint some water on my wing, and I'll do one at a time so it doesn't dry out. This tip came from Sorcery Soaps on how to stick soap together. She has lots of great resources. I have all of her soap dough books. But anyway, so you'll have a string going from the point of the wing down through each point, through the two middle points, and then you'll just cut off the excess. So then I'll go from the point and kind of curve it out down to this point, to the bottom, cut off the excess, kind of smush those on there. Then I'm going to come from the edge over here, smush that down really well without squishing it flat, and then you're going to come up and around, meet up at the point at the top, and then follow that outside edge. And then I like to just kind of give them a good firm smush, for lack of a better term, and then cut off the excess. Now, I like to take it between my fingers and just shape it a little bit. Oh, you can't see, sorry. So I'm just kind of shaping these. I'll pinch this between my fingers and make that into a sharper point. Pinch this, make it into a sharper point, and this one. And this one I kind of want to come out at like a diagonal almost and elongate a little bit. So I just kind of rub it while it's still a little damp. And then for this point at the top, I like to make a little tip, just like that. Cute. So then, and this part's optional. These are cute just the way they are. You could like use, you know, a little tool and make almost like little scale marks in it. There's so many options for what you could do for this part, but I like to take the very corner of my blade and make sure you can see what I'm doing, and make little triangles. Just kind of randomly. In the bottom of the wings. And it adds to that kind of tattered look, that tattered and shredded look. It reminds me of the part of, oh, never mind. I'm not going to say it, because if you haven't read it and you're going to read it, spoiler alert. But anyway, so then I take the tip of my weeder and very lightly scratch the surface of the wing and create that texture. And you will have to hold it still because they are sticky at this point. This soap dough is cured, it's about 48 hours old. There, maybe, no, it's probably 3 or 4 days old at this point. I made it one day over the weekend. So it's nice, and it's a really good texture for molding. So that is one finished wing, and they don't take very long. I need at least 8 of them for the top of this soap. Maybe 16. I'm trying to decide if I want to put them together like this on top of the soap bar, or if I just want to put one on each soap bar. I'm not sure yet. So I'll show you that one more time. Okay, there's another one done. You just kind of take a final look at it and make any adjustments you need to. There we go. Another little bat wing. Alright, so welcome back to my very messy work surface. Now I am making the scales for the top. So I took my black and my red soap dough and kneaded it together to make it a marble. Let me get my gloves on. And I'm going to roll that out and then punch out the scales, and I'll just bring you along for a few of them. So, rip my glove, there we go. Okay, so I have just a clay roller. Not squish what I've been working on. So once you have it rolled out, then you want to just take your little cutter. I have just a little raindrop cutter, and you just punch them out, and they make little adorable scales. And I suppose you could pipe these, but I have been really enjoying playing with the soap dough, and I feel like it would give it a little something extra. So anyway, so I'm going to take my paintbrush, and I need one more right here, so we'll stick that one on. And then I'm just going to paint some water across the top here. So now I will take a little bit of red mica and a little bit of gold mica, and just kind of dust that on. This is just a makeup brush. You can't see. Let me turn my lights on. So there is that, and then I took a little bit of red mica and dusted one of the wings, and so that will sit on top like that. But I'm not sure how I feel about the red mica on it, so I only dusted one of them. I'm thinking maybe the black would stand out better. Yeah, I'm looking at the camera and the black stands out better now that I've dusted the red and the gold mica on top. I think the black is going to work out better than the red. So I am going to keep punching out little scales until I get enough to cover the top of one of my Amazon molds. So I will bring you back as I continue on in the process. Alright my friends, so now we will actually make the soap. So I'm going to do the heat transfer method. I will probably just fast forward or speed up the footage for most of this part, because at this point, if you follow me, you've seen me do the heat transfer method pretty much almost every time I make soap here recently. I love it. So convenient. So with that being said, I can talk about my colors I'm going to use. So I have, most of my colors are from Mad Micas. I have Black Oyster that is going to be part of the mountain that I'm going to do. I have Satin Gray Pillowcase, which is going to also be part of the mountain. I have Goldfinger, and I just emptied a container of it, so I don't have the container to show you. But I have Spacewalk for the sky. And then I'm going to do swirls of Goldfinger and My Red Obsession for the sky. Sorry, I lost my words there. Oh, I did not do a very important step. I need to extrude my star embeds, so I will do that while my I'll bring you along for that while my stuff is melting. Okay, so there are my stars. Okay, so I've just brought that up to emulsion and then gave my fragrance a quick stick blend. I'm using Bay Rum by Be Scented, if I didn't say that already. I don't remember if I said that already. So, I am going to split off for the mountain part. So I need about 600 mils. And then I want part of that to be gray. So do about that much. Set that up there. Okay, so this is the Black Oyster from Mad Micas, and I don't want to use too much. I mixed up, I think, too much. I don't want colored lather, so yeah. Yeah, that's a good color. It's good saturation. And I am going to stick blend the heck out of this to try to get it as thick as I can so that I can sculpt that mountain in the bottom of my mold. And hopefully this will stay fluid long enough to do this. Okay, I'm going to let that sit there and think about life for a little bit while I split off for the rest of my colors. So, please be liquid. Yes, okay. I've worked with this fragrance before, but only on a single color soap. So, the reviews are good. And it didn't accelerate on me whenever I used it before. And it's not really accelerating now. I just think that I should not have stick blended it as much as I did. Probably should have whisked it in. Okay, so I'm gonna do some red. Oh, I did that backwards. I wanted more red than gold. And some gold. And then the rest of this is going to be navy. I'm using Spacewalk from Mad Micas. Beautiful color. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so now I'm going to pour my gray into my black. This smells so good. I love Bayron. Give that a little bit of a swirl. And I'm going to go ahead and pour it into the mold. See if it will hold a peak. Not quite. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a little bit and think about itself. So I'm going to do like an in the pot type swirl. And I'm not saving any for the top because I have those beautiful scales and the wings that are going to cover it. There we go. So I'm just going to bring this up to a peak. And then give this one stir. Go on the sides here. Ooh. Okay, now I will put in 2 of the stars. Kind of poke them down in there. Change my gloves because I am a mess. Okay, now we'll pour in some more. And then I'll put in my 3rd star. And then we'll fill the mold up the rest of the way. So now I'm just going to clean the edges up a little bit. Okay, now I have my beautiful scales. That hopefully will come off in one piece, and I don't have to piece them together. Very minimal breakage. Okay, now I have my wings. Sorry for the noise. I have my wings here. I'm gonna have to take a couple of these scales off. I think I will fix that when I unmold. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop messing with it. She says as she messes with it some more. Okay, stop messing with it, Alicia. Now, I am going to attach the wings to the scales. So I have just some distilled water here. And I'm going to paint all over the back of the wing. And kind of gently press it onto the scale. This was a very ambitious one, and I think it's gonna pay off. I'm super excited about this one. So I will cut this tomorrow as long as it is hardened up appropriately, and I will bring you guys along for that. It is super early in the morning. We gelled this soap overnight. We put it in a box and then covered it with a blanket. So it did go through gel phase, so it's unmolding beautifully. It's actually still a little bit warm. I've got my cutter loose because I'm gonna really kind of fussy cut these around the wings. So let's see. I'm going to cut off just the tiniest little end piece here. And here we go. Oh, this came out really good. I'm super excited. I love this. How the mountain looks like it has dimension to it, and the top is just, oh, chef's kiss. I am thrilled with this. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You guys, I mean, hello. let me grab the other two and I'll show you the set. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.